Ready?
Radio, welcome back to At the Table with Pokerbet. It's me and Darren Kramer here again. Change of scenery, but good to be back. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, no, excited. Lots of excitement with Vegas. I mean, I'll show you break down what's been happening there. But yeah, nice change here. You know, still the same two guys, but yeah, let's see how the table works for us.
Yeah, listen, it's today we're filming. It's the 19th of June. This probably goes out a day or two later. But you know what that means? It's 10 days to Wes Blom's birthday. In case you didn't know, it's on the 29th of June and it's happening in Vegas along with Team Pokerbet. We're leaving, well, you're leaving in 8 days. We're leaving in 9 days. It's single-digit countdown. We are ready.
When did you say his birthday is?
I think 29th of June. For those that might have missed it, Wes, don't forget.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's, as you say, 8 days till we go. The team going, a few of the guys arriving 1 or 2 days early. It's go time.
Yeah, DK's leaving a day before us. This is not because he's playing the PLO event. It's because when he leaves his passport at home, someone can bring it to the airport for him.
100%. So when I delay and I sleep there one night, just know. I've got a lot of options now, covering all cities.
But you are, all jokes aside, you're landing for the $10,000 PLO championship event?
Yeah, I'm very excited. For those that don't know, even though I play most of the local stuff here, Omar's been my game, it always has. Tournament thing is a bit of an interesting one. The strategies haven't always been, proven out there, but very excited. I think it's by far my strongest. I played the 50K last year.
Is this an indication that Pokerbet's not going too well, that you're downgrading to the 10K now?
No, it's start slow, finish off fast, As Jared Mercer said to me, he said, but when you get a result on the 10, you snap by into the 50. Don't worry, Jared, we're going there for the full lot. Let me just find a final table in the 10K, and then the world's our oyster.
That's awesome. I mean, we're coming in behind a day later. We're bringing in a big team. I know we've been building up over the last few episodes. Originally, we were hoping to take 5, 6, 7 guys. Now it's just been inundated. Jaden suddenly found guys out the woodwork who are joining us. We've got a proper team going. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're looking at 20, 21 Team Pokerbet players in various ways, shapes, forms, staff, guys who've won packages, guys who bought sort of packages to be part of the vibe and the gears, which is something really awesome. I mean, obviously we've done it before. We've been there. We know what to expect. Some of the guys, first time in Vegas, what better than to just join the rest of the team and be a part of flying the flag, patriotic South Africans going there. And this year, we're going there to get a bracelet.
So yeah, all I can say is I feel like I've run a travel agency for 2 weeks. I've never organized, changed this and that with regards to flights and everything. It's insane.
Just hold on. There's someone helping you, because I've seen you organize your own travel, and if you're busy a travel agent for the rest of our crew, they might end up in...
Let me tell you what, I've got 2 people helping, and I've still made an error. We'll leave that out of the commentary, but we managed to fix it. No, we've got someone doing the flights, someone doing the accommodation. We just, the voice they moan at. But as you said, it is insane. With Pokerbet and whatever, we're probably 25 to 30 strong. It's exciting. It's awesome. People just want to be part of the team, part of the gear, part of, as you said, getting that bracelet for South Africa, the South African dream.
That's it. And there's already probably 10 odd South Africans, Mark Joseph, Kinesh Patha. I know I saw Harold out there already, and a few other guys, Muaz, Ahmed. Ahmed's already got a few cashes. I think he's almost at a 50% success rate. 5 out of 11?
Exactly. So spot on. Spoke to him, we haven't heard about final 20, final 30 yet, but 5 out of 11, very solid result. Obviously, waiting for that big result. But yeah, I saw Eoben and Rudolph out there. So a lot of the guys are starting to trickle. Over the next week, you'll see the majority. But as far I know, Moaz went deep in a day 2, but Ahmed's, been there and thereabouts. We haven't had a final table, but I fancy by the time we've arrived, we could be having our first one.
WSOP final tables, not yet, but we did see Danny Downey got a nice 4th place deal in the Aria.
Yeah.
Great start. I think Gio took the win in a win event, pardon the pun, last year to start the series off well, and thereafter just set the ball rolling for the rest of the South Africans, many final tables. In terms of the Pokerbet team that's going over, Who are you excited to see? Who do you think is going to sort of surprise us with some results? Because there's a few guys that are definitely on form.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, hard to put my neck out, Obviously, Armour's a safe bet, and Armour, I fancy he's definitely got a final table. But I'm going to go from looking within the guys that, sort of, the 10 or 12 first-timers there. I'm going to go for the first-timer list. I'm going to pick a left field. I'm going to go for Simon Solomon to find a final 15. I'm going to go for that. I can't tell you which event, but that's where, of the first-time guys, I'm going to go there. I hear he's doing a lot of preparation. He's been working stuff. He gets to message this esteemed man, am I right, for a bit of brainstorming, a bit of information, hand analysis. So that's where we're going to go for a final 15. Let's see if I'm right.
I think that's not a bad shout at all. Simon has been a stalwart in the last few years in South African poker. He really has got solid foundational understanding of the game, and now it's just a case of letting it click, winning a few of those key coin flips in key spots. And I think everyone's going to have their A game. It's one thing when you land in Vegas and you're now sitting in the World Series. It's just a little bit different to anywhere else. It hits a little different, and you end up finding that you're able to focus that much more. Your adrenaline kicks in. You really sometimes can get a little bit put off by the pressure of the situation, but generally speaking, I just find that I'm able to sort of tone out all the other noises, really focus, sit in my chair for 2 hours at a time, and even you're able to do that, which is a miracle. But it's just different, and I think the guys are going to experience that. And obviously, outside and off the table in the days that they're not playing events, it's going to be great to share hands, share stories, give them tips on how to approach these things, because we've been there, we've done it. It's a different experience entirely. I mean, you're talking about fields with thousands. I mean, what did we see? We saw 18,000 runners in that $400 opening event. It's just insane to see the kind of fields.
So I think that's what you stress on, what is great, and what we used to do a lot is the hand analysis afterwards. It's just such a valuable thing to be able to, you're maybe not sure, you want to review on something. So I think what's great now is for all the people, and I recommend this when you go into Vegas, we've got a big team, so you can basically talk to a guy at a break. Every 2 hours, you get to break down a hand. Always, something always stuck with me from Jared Tendler with his book is, you really, once you've digested and gone through the hand, it's out of your mind, like a broomstick. Washed out of your mind, you break it down. So I think what's great now is, as you said, there'll be a lot of breakaway rooms. So you'll be able to, whoever you feel that you could easily relate or talk, I think that's what the cool thing, with a 25-man team, you'll see a lot of that. So excited for that. Always, both of us, we're always open to helping, chatting to guys. It's just a good case of sharing of knowledge within the team.
Absolutely agree. I mean, if you're talking about events and guys who are sort of experienced in mixing it up, one of the biggest names, if not the GOAT, that everyone's sort of favorite player to love, Phil Ivey. It's been a long 10-year hiatus, but he finally broke the deadlock in second place. There were 4 of them tied: Dor Brunson, Eric Seidel, Johnny Chan, and Phil Ivey. Were all on 10 bracelets, chasing Phil Hellmuth on 17. Ivey finally broke the duck. He won the deuce to 7. $10,000 triple draw, no limit, a game that very few in South Africa understand. Yeah. It's actually a very interesting game, and it's obviously very high skilled, because you're going to find that there's not a lot of mug money in there. Ivey came back from 3/4 of a bet. Yeah. One bet. It's a fixed limit game. He had one big bet left, or less than one big bet. So kind of like one big blind in no limit hold'em, with 3 left, and he came on to win it.
It's marvelous. I mean, I think if you probably did a survey, maybe Negreanu, but it's pretty close. For me, Ivey's the ultimate idol. His manner, his way, he's just got it all. And obviously, in the days when Phil tilted around, and just idolized the guy, and I think many others did. And there definitely was a cool sentiment, if you looked, amongst the poker community. People really wanted him to win, because they've just got a mad respect for this guy. Yeah. He stood the test of time, right? People come and go. This guy's he's been there, done it, and doing it again.
He has indeed, and I mean, he's one of my favorites, and I'm super stoked to see him break the duck. And another one that I've always been following for the last few years, who's able to sit and grind an entire series and play numerous events, Scott Seaver. He's won 2 bracelets already, up to 6 now. He, if I'm not mistaken, won one of the bracelets in the Raz for 140K, and he won a PLO event early on for 400 and something thousand. Proper results. He's there and thereabouts always. Just an unbelievable stalwart of the game.
Yeah, I must say, he's super solid. I saw he had a big focus on winning Player of the Year, Player of the Series. He's, he can play all the games. He's well-versed. He's been around there. Very sharp guy. And as you said, he's got very good durability to, grind small stacks, be aggressive. Very impressive guy. And I actually think he is favourite to win, the title this year.
Yeah, he's already taken a big lead in the Player of the Year standings. One other player we can't fail to mention this morning actually just missed out. Helmuth was final 4 in the PLO mixed Omar 8s or better. It's a $1,500 event. Final 4, he didn't manage to do the job. They broke at the end of the evening with 3 left. But another insanely deep run by Helmuth. He just doesn't stop.
Defies logic. Go for 18 bracelets. It's just, and then, whatever people can say when they challenge in his style, the numbers speak.
Yeah.
And 17 potentially going to 18 whenever it happens. It's commendable. And he's a people that people love to hate, But, you can't blame the guy. It's just very, very impressive. So, yeah.
And then just to some sort of action back home, not to forget that this year, this month, at the end of the month, on the 30th of June, we're running the half-year, $500,000, 500,000 guaranteed, 2,200 buy and rebuy add-on. We just another big opportunity to score a big score while the rest of us are in Vegas. Maybe there's a little opportunity and a little door left open for somebody to pick up their first big score. So 2 weeks to go. Definitely jump in on some of the satellites starting on Wednesday next week. And you'll be in line to win at least 150,000 for first. A nice big score going into winter. Yeah,
I think it's great. It's awesome, We only decided last week, and we thought it'd be a great thing. The majority of people are here, and you are most important, the locals. So looking forward, I think it'd be great. There could be some really good value. Maybe missing a few of the guys in Vegas, so field could be a bit softer. So I wouldn't want to miss out onto this, and I reckon this gets to 750, 800. So might say 500, but don't miss out. 750, 800. That's my line. That's
a nice line that we can aim towards. And then on the sports front, obviously Euro 2024 underway. Darren and I, well, this was my tip. This is why they don't feature on our site, but I tipped little Belgium outside. They got a team with a lot of experience. They ranked 3rd in the world, unbeaten in qualifiers. First game, they're going to lose to Slovakia. That's why I'm sitting here and he does the picks. That being said, DK did manage to find us a 5 to 10 shot last week. Made me bet against the Bulls. A Praetorian through and through. I've watched every Super Rugby title. I had to funk for Leinster. As soon as the game was halfway through, I knew that we were never going to win this game. The Bulls were actually amazing. And it just goes to show you the toll that the travel back and forth takes. The Bulls were fortunate to have a home quarter, home semi. They now got the home final.
Yeah.
Massive, massive upset. Munster losing to Glasgow.
It's insane. It's awesome. We've been in the competition for 3 years, the genius Rusty that he is. All 3 of the finals have been in South Africa. It just shows the depth, the strength. Yeah, I'm going to eat humble pie for a long time on that Leinster. I've tipped it all, but, kudos. Not my favourite. I know he's got the results. Jake White was insane. But there's that Bulls Gears. They put them in Loftus, and I tell you what, men become animals. It's just great to see. I was crazy. I was looking for the team list. I think they had 2 Springboks. They'd lost 2 of their wings out. Leinster have 15 players that have started for Ireland in the last 2 years. It's just crazy, but kudos to the South African Gears, to pull that one out, and that's why I can't ever give you abuse from Belgium. I've got to find my form again, so I'll just keep quiet on that. Even though I actually have to say it, there've been 10 Euro games, 9 favourites have won. We have picked the one only loser, but I'll leave it at that. We'll move on. But yeah, that's also leading on what I really want to say, and why we don't want to go on for a long time. South Africa playing the All Blacks in Newlands. Now, if I tell you there's hype, there hasn't been a hype like this in a long time. Obviously, the Ireland thing is going to be huge, but also tickets go on sale in an hour, and very excited to be able to watch it. I don't know when last I even watched us play the All Blacks here. So a lot of rugby gears coming up. Just, I know you've got an Irish passport. Just want to make sure you fully bleed South Africa before you bleed Ireland. No?
Through and through. So much so that I'm going to go to the game at Cape Town Stadium. Darren will be at Newlands. I'm not sure why he was telling you to go there, but he still lives in the memory of Oh wait, they never won any Super Rugby titles at Newlands. No, I mean, listen, it's going to be an absolutely gargantuan match. I think it's only heightened by the build-up between the Bulls and Leinster. I mean, you saw some of the memes going around about saying you can't expect to be world champions if you can't beat the Bulls. There's not much more to say. We lost to them in the World Cup. They feel like they got hard done by in the quarterfinals. I think that it's building up to be an amazing series. We're going to be in Vegas. We're going to be watching at Crown and Anchor at probably 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning. And hopefully we'll be able to take quite a few of the South Africans who are big into their sport with us. But obviously back home, it's going to be a massive series. I mean, any earlier tips first? What do you like? 1-1, 2-0?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to go with 2-0. I just think Rassie. I don't know how to go more than Rassie. I'm just excited. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. They're going to, as you said, they in their minds, they believe they've been the best team in the world before the World Cup for a good 2 years and felt hard done by in certain things. But I just think, I don't know. Again, Rassie just knows how to win, and we're just born to be winners. So I think it's been very close, very tight. But as we somehow, South African Rugby 3 1-point wins, I think we're going to find a way to win. So that's my prediction. Don't know how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early days. Quite a lot of injuries in the back line. I know that we're looking to, fill a few spots there. I mean, it's hard to ever go against South Africa at home. But Ireland are certainly capable of pulling off a little bit of an upset there. While we're at it, talking about upsets, the Cricket World Cup's on the go. There's been some crazy results. USA qualifying out of their group, beating Pakistan, getting another rained-out event. South Africa seemingly following Rassie's footsteps, just one-run wins the whole way through. We didn't score over 115 in our group phase. It was actually insane to watch. But these pitches have created some really, really exciting opportunities. In my opinion, better to watch than these 260-run IPL flat decks. And it's been great to see Nepal pushed us to within a 1 run. I mean, I don't know how we won that game. It's insane. They're trying to grow the game, and it seems like this format's doing...
I was about to say, this is the one format where it can be a great leveler. There's a lot of things where we've seen upsets. Scotland obviously had that great start against England before it was rained out. I agree with you. Like that, obviously there's a bit of back and forth about that New York pitch where it's impossible to get 130 or whatever the story is, but it's been great to watch. It's been a challenge. The bowlers have actually felt that for the first time in a long time, they have, a step up on the batsmen. Very exciting. West Indies are looking good. They're now obviously going to play in the games at home. Very open, competitive. The group stages are going to be, the super, top 8 is going to be interesting. It's been really nice and competitive games. And I think it's 1 or 4 or 5 teams can actually win this.
So, neck on the line, who do you think?
Oh, wow. Neck on the line, I hate saying this, but I'm going to go for holders of all 3 trophies, Australia.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but this is the reality is they just get to World Cups and they do the job. I mean, India couldn't lose the 50-over World Cup last year. And all of a sudden, Australia out of nowhere came and won the final. They've got a great batting lineup. I really expected miracles from our top 6 this year. On paper, you're talking about Markram, you talk Quinton de Kock's obviously a proven match winner. Claessen's probably the best T20 batsman in the world at the moment. And David Miller's just a complete consistency. And so far, we've been relying on some bowlers and some... Tristan Stubbs has actually done all right. But, the top 4 have been a little bit shaky, and they better wake up if we're going to stand a chance.
It will be very interesting to see whether, that they, keep going with the Reza or if they make a change at the top. But, it's been tough pitch. It'll be interesting to see down in West Indies. But, South African cricket, we can never be too excited. Unless we hear that Rusty's going to coach them for last thing. Maybe I'll change my mind. But other than that... we can live and hope, but I think Australia, India is obviously the obvious one. There might be an upset. England can on their day, whatever, South Africa on their day, West Indies as well. But I think Australia might just know how to win.
Yeah, I think my last little outsider would be the Windies. I do like the fact that they're really rubbish at Test cricket, and even ODI they've dropped off the planet, but they've got some really, really handy T20 cricketers. They obviously focus on that a lot more these days. They've got some proven match winners in their side, and they are doing the job at the moment. I mean, they've come back from an early loss, an early scare when Afghanistan took the big lead in the group, beating New Zealand as well. And they came back and they won all 4 games, and they're looking quite polished. Yeah,
they beat Afghanistan by a big margin. So, I agree. That's probably, if you had to say to me, the outsider, even though I would like to say South Africa, I would actually rather say West Indies.
100%. And I mean, that's pretty much sums up most of the great sporting action out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're coming up to Wimbledon. We'll be definitely running a few exciting campaigns on the site for that. No Novak Djokovic, most likely. He tore his meniscus only because I bet on him the day before he played that game to win the French Open. Won the match, tore his meniscus, played 4 hours without it. The GOAT, obviously. Even
Have
Darren,
you seen the
Federer
consistency? Belgium, Novak. I can't wait for what's next.
I mean, I might back you in one of the World Series events.
no.
You'll get a paper cut and withdraw.
Exactly. I won't even make the start line. But also one thing I say, we will be, trying to do a show or two from Vegas. Ron and I both are reasonably early birds, love a cup of coffee or so. So, late at night, early in the morning in Vegas, I reckon you'll get a show or two, an update. Hopefully something awesome, Maybe this man on my right just goes the whole way in the World Series main event. Could be one of the greatest experiences of my life. I'm sure of his as well. But we hope to give you some awesome sort of updates, feedback from what's going on. We'll maybe bring, one or two guys into the show who are live from there.
Definitely. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Pokerbet SA. We're going to be bringing a lot more reels this year, a lot more content. We want to just really encapsulate all the guys in action every day. We're going to have our hands full bringing back a lot of content. We know that you guys want to keep an eye and funk for your favorites that are overseas while you're back home, soaking up the winter, while we're sweating our balls off and running between 16-degree air-conditioned casinos and 48 degrees outside. But you won't catch many of us outside for too much.
Yeah.
I think the action's inside. We're really looking forward to it, and hopefully we're going to be bringing back some really exciting news, some deep runs, and that elusive bracelet. We owe it to the South African fans to make sure that somebody comes home with one this year.
Yeah, excited. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for joining us on At the Table with Pokerbet. We'll be back on the couch again soon. Thanks for coming, and keep an eye on all the channels for the upcoming content. Ciao.
Are you ready?